Happy Diwali, everyone. I hope you all had a great Diwali with your family as well as Happy New Year to all of you. So, our Diwali morning started at the temple. This is something we do all the time. So, first we went to temple, got God's blessings, and for lunch, I quickly made this delicious food. Now, this is our first Diwali without Raj, so obviously we were missing him so much. But one of his friends stopped by, so I packed some goodies for Raj also, so he wasn't left out. So festival season has started, and next time when you host the party, highly recommend that try these recipes, and I'm sure your guest will be so impressed. And as you guys know me, I always try to come up with a recipe which doesn't take that long to make it, but of course it tastes really good. And also before I have shared like say my homemade dinner party menus, some very quick dessert recipes too. So all those related videos I will link down below in the description box. So don't forget to check those out too. In today's menu, I made no cook rabri gulab jambu. Now, if you have tried the rabri gulab jambu, you guys know that it takes forever to make it. But here it will be semi homemade, and I guarantee you guys, if you try this recipe, you will thank me later, definitely, because it came out so good. So to make this rabri gulab jambu, I will be using ricotta cheese, and I have 16 ounce of tub here. You can use any brand that you like. First of all, we need to drain out all the water from this, so I'm using the cheesecloth for it. And if you're making this dessert in the summertime, I would suggest to keep this in the fridge, but during the winter, you can just keep it out on the counter. We need to let this drain for about 45 minutes to an hour. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and prepare the sabji. So for that, I'm making very easy dum aloo. Now, I'm using the store-bought canned potatoes. Of course, you can use the baby potatoes. You do want to boil them and you can use them. But this canned potatoes, they are already boiled. And whenever you are using that, of course, you do want to rinse them very well. So here I have some baby potatoes. I'm just going to poke them with the fork so that way all the flavor goes in. Next, I'm gonna add some haldi powder as well as the red chili powder, some kitchen king masala, salt to taste, as well as just a little bit oil in here. I want to make sure that all the masala is well coated, and next I'm gonna put this in the air fryer. Now recently I bought the air fryer. So far I'm liking it. I just have used it a couple of times, but definitely I will share more recipes with you guys with that. So if you don't have the air fryer, you can just do this on the tawa. Basically, we just want to make sure that all the spices get cooked as well as the potato get just a little crunchy. So once it's well coated, I'm going to transfer this into the air fryer and we'll let this get crispy for, I would say, maybe 10 minutes or so. Meanwhile, in this same bowl, I'm taking about cup of yogurt. Into the yogurt, now I'm gonna add some other masala. So first of all, I'll add some haldi powder, that is the turmeric powder, as well as some red chili powder, dhania jeera powder, that is the coriander cumin powder. And also I'm adding some kasuri methi, that is the dry fenugreek leaves. This is again, it's gonna give really good aroma as well as the flavor to our dum aloo. Also adding some salt to taste as well as some oil. Mix everything very well. And this mixture will keep it on the one side for I would say about maybe 10 minutes or so, because we want to make sure there is no lumps in it, as well as all the spices get mix properly. At this point, it's way too thick, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some water in here as well. So here, as you can see, potato is well coated, it is cooked, and it looks crispy also. Now we'll go ahead and prepare the other gravy for that. So here in the blender, I'm taking one medium size onion as well as 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. We'll go ahead and roughly chop this. Now this chopper, I got it from Amazon. Highly recommend, and if you go on my Amazon page, you will find this. And I know that sometimes it goes out of stock, but just keep looking, guys, because that is the best $15 or $20 I think I spent on this. And here in the pan, I do have some oil. Once the oil is hot enough, we're just gonna add this onion as well as the garlic. Now here we need some patience, okay? Because we need to let this onion cook completely until it's brown. So it will take anywhere from, I would say, 5 to 7 minutes. So here, as you can see, the onion is brown. Now at this point, we'll go ahead and add the yogurt mixture. When you add the yogurt mixture into this, either you can lower the temperature, if not you can just turn off the stove completely. And once you add it in there, continuously keep mixing it for at least, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes. Otherwise yogurt will be separated and it will not look nice at all. After 3 minutes or so, in the same bowl I took some water, add that in here because we still need to cook this gravy. So I'm gonna let this simmer on medium flame for another 7 minutes or so, because I want to make sure that all the spices get cooked as well as it needs to thicken up. At the last, we'll add pinch of garam masala. I'm adding the powder. If you are a fan of the whole garam masala, you can just go ahead and add that. And here I just add the baby potatoes, mix very well. And at this point, actually, our dum aloo is ready. But here, this is totally optional. I'm gonna add some heavy cream in it because I want my gravy to be very creamy. Again, this is totally optional. But once you add the heavy cream in it, again, you do want to make sure the temperature is on low. Mix everything very well. You can go ahead and cover this and let this simmer. And after, I would say, another 5 minutes or so, you can just garnish this with some cilantro as well as the kasuri methi, and your dum aloo is ready. But I want dum aloo to be extra spicy, so what I did is, in a small pan I took some oil. Once the oil is hot enough, I add some Kashmiri red chili powder in there, because that way it will give really good color to the sabji as well as it will add some spiciness in there too. So that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that on the sabji and cover it. Let this again simmer for just a few minutes or so, and that's it. Our dum aloo is ready. If you are using the canned baby potatoes, it will not take that long to make it at all. And I did not add any fennel seeds powder in here because I'm not fan of fennel seeds, especially in a sabji. So if you do like that flavor, you can just go ahead and add it when we add the garam masala. But that's it, guys. Here our dum aloo is ready. Now let's go ahead and finish our rabdi gulab jambu. So for that, here, as you can see, most of the water is drained out from the ricotta cheese. Into that, now I'm gonna add the condensed milk. I'm using the entire can of this condensed milk in there. First of all, actually, I add just a half of it just to see if it's sweet enough. It wasn't, so then I went ahead and add the entire can of condensed milk in here. Once you add that, you do want to mix it very well. Make sure there is no any lumps in it. Now at this point, if you do like the cardamom flavor, you can go ahead and add the powder. We are not big fan of it, so I'm not adding that. But of course, it's a gulab jamun rabdi, so I'm adding some rose water in here. I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon rose water in here, as well as some kesar, that is the saffron, because that is gonna give really good aroma as well as the flavor to this rabdi. Now this is totally optional, but I'm gonna transfer this into the Ziploc bag and keep it in the freezer section for about, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. The reason I'm transferring into the Ziploc bag, so that way it will be very easy for me to transfer into the individual cup. So presentation wise, it looks really nice if you serve it like this in individual cup. If not, you can always serve it in a big bowl too. And for garnishing, I'm using chopped pista, almond, as well as the cashews. And of course, we need some gulab jambu, right? So here I'm using the store-bought gulab jambu because these are all semi-homemade recipes. So no need to spend hours and hours making gulab jambu. Now, I would highly recommend Haldiram brand gulab jambu. They are really good. But this gulab jambu, I bought it from Indian store. So we do have one Indian store here who make their own fresh sweets. So I just bought it from them and cut them in the half, and that's it. So we just gonna use the store bought gulab jambu here. Garnish this with some more chopped nuts on top as well as saffron, and that's it. Our rabri gulab jambu is ready. As you see, we don't need to cook anything. We just basically need to assemble a few things, and that's it. Our dessert can be ready. So you can go ahead and make this and keep it in the fridge for up to 3 to 4 days. Now let's go ahead and make the papad board. You can serve this as an appetizer and you can use any kind of papad that you like for this. So I have some green garlic papad as well as the murri papad, some Punjabi papad as well as some khicha papad. I basically roast them, and to serve it, I'm gonna go ahead and make some spicy onion. So first of all, we need some very finely chopped onions. Again, I would highly recommend this chopper. You can find this on my Amazon page, which will be linked down below in the description box. So here, as you can see, the onion is very finely chopped. Into that, I'm going to add just a little bit oil in there, as well as this is the achar powder. You can find this at any Indian grocery store. Basically, that has all the flavor that we need. Also, the salt is already in there, so no need to add any extra salt in here. And you can find this, as I mentioned, it's gonna say achar powder. So that's it. We just need to go ahead and mix this very well, and our mixture is ready. You can serve this with the papad, and believe me guys, it just tastes so good. It is so simple, but it tastes really good. So our papad board is ready. So that's it. Our table is set. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's very easy recipes. And as I mentioned, I have also shared many other easy recipes like this before. I'm going to link all those videos down below in the description box. Don't forget to check those out. And again, happy Diwali, happy New Year to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Take care, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye.